Christ is in our midst. Welcome to Spiritual Calisthenics. Today, on March 22nd, we commemorate the Holy Saint Basil, the Holy Martyr of Ancyra, as well as Kalliniki and Vassilisa, the Martyrs, and Euthemios the New Martyr. Regarding Saint Basil strove in martyrdom during the short reign of Julian the Apostate, from 361 to 363. The saint was denounced as a Christian to Saturninus, governor of Ancyra, who, when Basil would not deny Christ, had him hanged from a post and scraped on his sides, then beaten and cast into prison. A few days later, when Julian himself came to Ancyra, the saint was brought before him and was asked to deny Christ, whom he rather confessed the more. Julian then had strips cut into his flesh, so that they were left hanging from his body in front and in back. The valiant martyr tore one of these strips off of his body and cast it into Julian's face. At this, Julian commanded that iron spits be heated fiery hot. St. Basil's belly, his back, and all his joints were pierced with them, and he received the crown of martyrdom. As a share of the ways of the successor to the throne of the apostles, inspired of God, thou foundest discipline to be a means of ascent to divine vision. Wherefore, having rightly divided the word of truth, you did also contest for the faith, even unto blood. O higher martyr Basil, intercede with Christ our God, that our souls be saved. Once again, going into Isaiah, we see once again that God is going to punish those. And we see again the concept of we as the vineyard of the Lord. In that day a pleasant vineyard, sing of it. I, the Lord, am its keeper. Every moment I water it, lest anyone harm it. I guard it night and day. I have no wrath. Would that I had thorns and briars to battle. I would set out against them. I would burn them up together, or let them lay hold of my protection. Let them make peace with me. Let them make peace with me. In the days come to Jacob shall take root. Israel shall blossom and put forth shoots, and fill the whole world with fruit. So in other words, God is protecting his vineyard, and we are the fruit of that vineyard. The sons of Noah who went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was peopled. Noah was the first tiller of the soil. He planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and became drunk, and lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it upon both their shoulders, and walked backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. Now this is showing us how evil gossip is, because the whole point of that was to bring the two brothers together so that they could see and laugh at their father. And this is what happens with gossip. When we talk about someone's evil, we are bringing wrath on ourselves, because we are inciting people to laugh at someone, to put them down, to denounce them. And so these two brothers who looked away and covered their father, covered his sin, covered the fact that he was drunk and passed out. This is how we ought to behave, that we ought to cover one another's sins in a holy way so that we can help them. Doing what this son did was not right. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a slave of slaves shall he be to his brothers." He also said, "Blessed by the Lord my God be Shem, let Canaan be his slave. God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his slave." After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. These are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons were born to them after the flood. Finally, going through Proverbs, a prudent man conceals his knowledge, but a fool proclaims their folly. The hand of the diligent will rule, while the slothful will be put to forced labor. Anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, but a good word makes him glad. A righteous man turns away from evil, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. A slothful man will not catch his prey, but the diligent man will get precious wealth. In the path of the righteous is life, but the way of error leads to death. A wise son hears his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. From the fruit of his mouth a good man eats good, but the desires of the treacherous is for violence. He who guards his mouth preserves his life. He opens wide his lips, comes to ruin. The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. A righteous man hates falsehood, but a wicked man acts shamefully and disgracefully. Righteousness guards him whose way is upright, but sin overthrows the wicked. One man pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. The ransom of a man's life is his wealth. But a poor man has no means of redemption. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked will be put out. So these allegories between light and wealth are obviously talking about other things. The wealth we're talking about here is the wealth of spirit, not monetary wealth. And the light that we're talking about is the light of the soul, that it will be put out. It will not give light when it is full of wickedness. I pray that you've enjoyed today's spiritual calisthenics. Have a blessed and wonderful day.